You just have to hold up the mic.
I'll like casually put it down when I'm getting spicy.
I'll just dub in
Really
random stuff over the top. That was a good clap.
It's pretty good.
I wonder if back in the day people actually, it might just be a side duty, but I wonder if there was just a clacker.
I think it's an important job.
If there was a clacker, fluffer, gripper.
What do you mean by fluffer? What are they fluffing?
Do you know what a fluffer is?
No, tell me more.
I think it's just in there are guys that are just so, they've done so much work that it's not easy for them to make it work.
So is the person fluffing their
Yes, like they get them going.
I feel like when you get deep enough into this industry.
Nothing's fluffing you up anymore. You need someone to like really know what they're doing. Okay.
That's why I use Blue Chew. Thank you for sponsoring this episode.
Action.
Louder.
Action.
Do it one more time.
Action.
Yeah, you wouldn't be a fluffer. She'd never make it.
Thanks for being here. We're making banana bread. I get started with the oven being at 325. Have you ever baked before? Do you bake?
I don't know if I've ever made my own dough or anything.
While it preheats, then you like spray the pan. Do you have parchment paper?
We might have parchment.
You know what? I thought we could go without it.
Hey.
So we'll just spray this.
Real G's don't use parchment paper.
We don't need it today.
Yeah, I mean, the clacker, that was a very important job. I wonder if that was just solely what they did.
I have no doubt that, yeah, that's a job.
That was a full-time job?
It was probably like either an internship or like a super like low paying job. Like barrier to entry. Like one day I'm going to be directing. For now, I'm just clacking. What if it was just some guy who had always dreamed of just being a clacker? Like that was peak. He was like, I've done it. And he It's like gondolier, but clacking. Like my father's father was, he clacked for this one movie in 1975.
We need that autobiography.
Okay. And then you always mix your dry stuff before here.
This is just flour?
Yeah. We have to measure that still. It's a little bit more than I needed.
Is this pre-blessed?
Yeah, I already prayed over it. For the flour, you need 1 1/3.
If we did 2 of these, that's 1 1/3, I believe. But you don't want to pack flour. I do know that.
You don't want to pack, but it should be level.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be good.
It's real bright, huh? Yeah, that's cooking us a little bit. But we look so beautiful in the sun.
I mean, it comes and goes.
I know. I set it up thinking it would.
You set it up poorly. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
This is really great.
This is really great. You did a great job.
This is really good. This kind of leads into my first question about what it's like to be white because, we're just baking in the sun a little bit, getting some color. The first interview, we sat outside and I had just shaved my head and I got cooked on my scalp. I had never gotten burnt on my scalp. My face was just bright red up here. God. I was tight like leather. Did it hurt? Oh, it hurts horribly. Have you ever burnt? My mom's in aesthetics, so she's always like, sunscreen, extra sunscreen. So I have on sunscreen right now. I'm going to get burnt. I should have put on CeraVe at least before I went That's what here. I used. But I really thought we were going to be under the shade.
The ceramides and CeraVe would have helped you.
That's what I'm wearing. This is sponsored by CeraVe, actually.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, CeraVe and Blue Chew.
You could look like this.
Also, if you use CeraVe and Blue Chew in tandem with each other, you'll have the craziest of your life. You won't need a fluffer. You won't need a fluffer. I'll just let you know that. And now we need some salt. Some salt. Welcome to my crib. I sleep in here. Sometimes I'll eat like dry lentils. Anyway, salt. I've always been confused. What is the chemical purpose of salt in like baking stuff? Or is it a flavor thing? I think it's probably both. It's like when I found out people put sour cream in certain baked goods. This calls for sour cream or Greek yogurt. So I'm getting a call. So let me answer it. Who is it? Face ID. We're doing live calls on this interview. Have you seen the ones where they prank them and they're like, hey, I'm in your city. Can I stay at your house? What? I saw one where this guy was impersonating like WWE. Here, hold up your mic to it. Like you have to. Like underneath.
Look, these people are here. So look who's in the bathroom with me so they don't bark. You look like you're like on campus or something at UC Charlotte, but like.
Yeah, we're at the Botanical Gardens. Yeah, we're at Daniel Stowe Botanical Gardens. Having a little romantic stroll, talking about fluffing, which I'll explain later.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I know about that. I've been around the block or two.
What about tossing the salad?
That's just slang for sex.
I wish it was.
Baking cookies?
Baking cookies? What is...
Shout out Chopped. They always like to toss my salad.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Do y'all have baking soda?
We should. Baking powder.
For
small
a
one.
teaspoon? Okay, thank you.
Sous Chef Beki here. What we're doing is adding.
You need a little bit.
Need a little bit of zing.
I think that's all the dry stuff. Now you set aside. Now, this one is for the melted butters and the sugars. So it called for a half cup.
Half cup of
melted butter. And I think 1 cup is equal to 1/3 of oil. So then what's half of 1/3 of a cup?
It's assumed we would have butter, but we didn't have butter. I feel like this is such a hetero dude thing, like Urban Dictionary usage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through some that come off the top of my head.
Okay.
And see if you know what they are. Have you heard of an upper decker? Nope. Okay. Have you heard of a Cleveland steamer?
That actually sounds really familiar. And not
Why?
because I'm from Cleveland. No. I feel like I've heard that one.
Have you heard of a Siberian headlock?
No. See, I don't commit these to memory.
When I found out what it was, I'd never heard anything like it, so it's cemented.
It's stuck.
This is from when I was 12. I remember this.
Yeah.
It was like the first time I saw two up.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's that first moment of, I can never unsee this.
You know, Alyssa wanted to make our Wi-Fi name 2 Girls 1 Router. I was like, let's not do that.
Funny, but also it just might attract the wrong attention.
That's what I was thinking too. We're new to the neighborhood. Like, can I have your Wi-Fi? Which is it? Oh, it's 2 girls, 1 router.
That's good.
To my mom.
To my mom. That was like the second wave of internet becoming this like very accessible thing. And it was like
place.
I know it gets worse than that too. Have you heard of We're not going into that. I was just curious if you had known about that. The fact that a 12-year-old could see that is...
It's a little alarming.
Yeah, I'm missing parts of my soul.
Right.
There are parts of my soul that are just
You'll never
forever.
get them back.
Never.
Okay, so now sugar. A half a cup.
Well, we can just use this one.
Yeah, that works.
If you want, I can re-up your brown sugar.
No, it's okay. Okay, let's give it half a cup. Now, half a cup of granulated sugar.
Why is it upside down, though? Why would they ever have an upside down function? Oh, wait.
Oh.
You're right. We're going back. Why do you need 2?
Let's look up your first question. Why do we need salt? So it says it balances the sweetness and then it also strengthens the gluten structure in doughs. Salt.
Endorphins. The rush I get when I eat bread. Indos. What is that? Like an enzyme?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, in dough. Ah. And you like doing this in your free time?
I would say I did in the last couple of years, but recently.
As soon as you fell in love with it, I was like, hey, I need content. Come help me bake some banana bread.
No, baking's always fun. But it is getting warmer, and I like to make, like, stuff during the summer, I feel like, because I'm usually more chill then. So
I would think it would be more of a winter thing. Baking feels very
for these
wintery.
breads, I feel like it is.
This whole conversation isn't going to be revolved around sex and stuff.
That's just where we're at.
That's just where we're at. It's just 2 hours of and just heinous shit. The clacker, though. So there's a clacker. There are fluffers, I'm sure. What other like singular things back in like the 40s, 50s that now probably aren't needed, but were like just really odd roles?
The slider guy that like ease in a song and ease out of it.
Oh, like a legit live
like
mixer.
live mixing,
which was really their budget.
They used to have people like for cigarettes too, like that would like get them their stuff.
So they would like roll them. They'd have it like a guy who would just rolled.
Yeah, and have like their smokes ready and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
I think in film.
What do they call that?
I don't know.
In England, what do you think they called it?
I don't know. It's not ringing a bell.
I think you might know more than me.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
What is it about me that makes you think that I would know?
I think you're just more of a cinephile.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Okay. It's not because I'm gay?
Wait, what does that have to do with it?
Okay, I need more oil. This isn't giving what it does when you use butter. I'm just going to eyeball it a little bit. Now for the bananas.
Make sure they're ripe.
Done.
Ew! Check that out. See that? It's got a lesion in it. Hey, but this is what you want for banana bread. You want some real soft bananas.
The blacker the better.
How do I respond to
that? Yeah, how do you? Let me know. What are you thinking?
I'm just a sous chef.
And then you like mash. Here, you can do this part.
Ooh, let me get a... I have a little...
You have like a mashed potato one?
Like
no, we'll be okay.
For beef.
Oh.
I don't know if this is what you were thinking.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Hey, mashing is all the same, man.
Yeah, you really want to get in there. Just chunks of banana flying.
Why do I smell? Oh, it must be the olive oil. I just hawk a loogie in it.
It would blend in just well.
Don't like that thought. Oh, I wish I had a sexy little apron.
I should have brought one for you. I'm so sorry.
Pointless. I think that's just so deeply ingrained in their culture.
That's just what it's called.
Crazy.
I don't know. I used to read a lot of like UK like teen drama books and stuff. And so yeah, they would like talk about it all the time because it's like teenagers smoking bags, like, you know, stuck one from my mom's purse or whatever. So
like Canadian dudes say darts. Northern Midwest and Canada, they say darts.
And then eggs. No, don't go ahead.
Oh shit.
Can you crack an egg with one hand?
Like this? Got a little shrapnel in there.
And, that's like the cost of doing it that way, I guess. How much yogurt? Half a cup of yogurt.
Oh, we need the stand mixer?
Yeah, I'm scared of it.
It's just honest. Like, what am I going to do with that information, you know? Whoa!
So that's like half cup.
Why is it on? I feel like if you got your finger stuck in this,
you're in for a wild ride.
You said you read or have read a lot of English dramas.
Yeah, I did growing up.
Were there particular authors you liked?
I like fiction. So the one that I can think of off the top of my head, because it just has like one of those titles, is like Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging or something. And it's like one of those...
That's the most British shit I've ever heard in my life.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's just like teen stuff, growing up, coming of age. Like those are my favorite novels to read growing up. And I still read a lot of fiction and stuff that's just, I guess, more relevant to my age now. Like I don't read like teen dramas now.
It doesn't feel right, yeah.
Like Riverdale, you know, they're all high school students, but like it's just so not high school.
Didn't they get superpowers in like a recent season?
They did, towards the end. I stayed till the end.
You stayed till the end?
I did, yeah.
Did you feel that they did not stay with you till the end? That they abandoned
Yeah, they took
audience?
off and went somewhere else. I want to say it's in the comics, like, so I think they were staying true to the story, but it just was a lot.
It's a comic book.
Yeah, it's based off of like this series called Archie, I think.
Oh, what
the redhead kid. Yeah, like it's like they were following like certain things. But yeah, they're like all teens. So now I kind of watch more things that are like, I'm going to have a kid soon so that I can get in that adult state of mind.
I look to Hollywood to give me the foundation I need for a parent, as a parent.
That's what I'm doing. Learning from the best. Vanilla's another thing I just like to add what I want. I don't ever look at what it calls for.
I feel like vanilla's risky because it's so aromatic.
I had to get my ID out for this.
You're going to get tossed up on some bourbon extract? I always felt like vanilla, I associate it with obviously like ice creams and stuff, but it's a literal plant. It's like juniper. It's a plant. Herbal.
I thought it was from vanilla beans.
Oh.
Is it not? I don't know.
Check the spread.
Then we're gonna fold in the dry ingredients. Did I get rid of my... Oh.
All right, I'm ready. Oh, God. I actually snorted some. Am I going to be okay? Man, if people are putting amphetamines up there, I'll be all right. I legit have a headache after that.
That wasn't wise.
Really? Am I going to die?
I mean, yeah, you are. Someday.
Well, I mean, but like today. There's a show called Love. It has Mickey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great show.
Yeah.
One of her friends is like a mom. That mother figure sticks out to me in a way. It's like, it wasn't a negative representation
right.
of of the type of person she was, when every other time I've seen that type of person portrayed, it was bad. It was just human. And she was like talking about taking a little more Ambien just to like go to sleep early and stuff. And
it's so real.
She's just a human, and she's just like down on her luck too. And rather than being like this resentment building back and forth, and it was just a very real kind of drab look on like what parenting can look like.
It's not like the Meghan Markle thing that I just watched the other day where she's like making all these cute snacks. Because I feel like I'll be in the middle, you know?
Some days you will be the Meghan Markle, and some days you will be the...
I took Ambien in the middle of lunchtime. We all took a nap. And I like seeing people who are young, too, because it's like, I'm not old. I'm not about to be like, this is my whole life. So it's like fun to see it in a way where it's like, this is that component, but mixed in with what I do and like who I am, at least for as long as possible.
All right, sweet. We need one last thing.
We need the chocolate chips.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out my local Food Lion. I cut it just like you asked. How much?
I didn't ask you to do that, but it's good. Just whatever like feels good. I think that looks great.
That's a lot. It's gonna be yummy though.
Okay, so just folding those in. It's looking like dough. Now.
If I were a mom, I want to be
like Shameless.
Oh, she was crazy as fuck. Yeah, I want to be
they were
I forgot their dad's name. He was so good for 9 seasons being that character. And then you like see interviews with him.
Yeah, he's nothing like that because he did a serious role in a film that I watched like more recently, and I was like, this isn't working
weird
for me.
Frank
Frank Gallagher.
There are actors and characters that, you know, once they assume that role, so like I think of Daniel Radcliffe in Harry Potter, or I think of Elijah Woods and his character in Lord of the Rings. Frank Gallagher. People like that, they can never fully like escape that role. And sometimes you'll see the actors resent that. Some of them kind of like go through phases where they're like embraced it and then resent it, and it's like a weird love-hate relationship. I totally understand. And I would like to think that if I was an actor, I'd be cool with that. But then I relate it back to music. And you know how the same shit happens with music. Oh, you're the person that made that song. Yeah. Oh, I mean, think about Owl City and Fireflies. How do you think you would feel if that happened to you? People's like perspective of it was collectively like, that's who you are.
Depends on the song. If I liked the song, I'd be like, cool. But like, I like some more than others. So then it's like, if it's a song that I'm like, that doesn't even fit anymore at all, I'd be kind of irritated.
How long does baking take?
Like 50 minutes.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm so unhinged for using a fork right now. Scraping my...
Wait. Hold on. I have the perfect thing for this.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Okay.
I think it's starting to hit.
Give it a little shake. Feeling good? Okay, so now it's gone in there for an hour and 15 minutes. We'll start with an hour.
Middle or top? When you bake, does that matter?
Yes. Actually,
we need to move
them.
I got you.
Okay. I'm thinking that middle. Right.
This one here?
Yeah, that works.
I got post-nasal drip from the flour. Bro. Voila.
So, first time baking, what are your thoughts?
It's not my first time, but it'll definitely be my last. It's cool. I love the treats afterward. It's not about the end result, but it's about the journey. But in baking, I think it's the opposite. I think the journey's ass, and you get a yummy good after.
It's hard because the journey is so serious because like you have to get everything right. Because if you don't, then the end result is shit.
Yeah.
And then it's like I just wasted.
Yeah, it's not.
Minutes and all these ingredients. Like whereas cooking, I feel like you can like play around more.
Yeah, baking is like if you do a little bit extra, you'll
salt.
I didn't even know salt was supposed to go into bread. Also, why use 2 different sugars? I still need to know that.
Give it a different like flavor composition. You know?
What does that mean? I get it.
The woman who plays Meredith in Grey's Anatomy, I was just reading an interview of hers yesterday, and she was like, because she's done Grey's Anatomy, that thing is going on like 20 seasons, I don't know. And she was like, some people are like bitter that they have this role and it's the only thing that they do in their career. And she was like, but I'm fine. It pays her bills. And she was like, it pays a lot. And so she was like, I don't have that artistic career that, you know, maybe most actresses would have like hoped for. She was like, but I've got Grey's Anatomy and that's fine.
Pretty good life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, pretty great life. I don't think I would be satisfied with just one thing. But I also think compared to what I do now and like career-wise, like if I'm putting them on pedestals, like I would just go for that.
Yeah, that's
and I'd
fair.
do the one thing, the one song, and live off of that.
Sometimes you got to take the chances that are there. My friend and I were talking about how hard it is to live as a creative or an artist and have like a stable middle class lifestyle.
Yeah. It's really a grind. Even when you get to a larger level, like you still have to be doing tours. Like there's so much you still have to do to maintain it.
I'm trying to think of somebody who has made so much off a song and could have completely went off the face of the earth.
Did I tell you about like the time that my parents during New Year's, like the bullet came through their house?
That's fun.
I didn't tell you that?
Mm-mm. Did they know what happened?
No. And they were freaking out. It just came through the roof.
Came through
the roof. And they had to call the police.
That's some Donnie Darko
Someone
shit.
was like shooting in the air and then the bullets through their house. Mind you, no one was shooting nearby. That's crazy, right?
Couple counties over. I want somebody to just load me into a gun and shoot me up in the sky like that. And I can just like straight into someone's house and be like, hey, Happy New Year.
I don't think I would fuck with anything in the 90s. It was a crazy time.
Yeah. Like industry has its things that are super strange now.
Like, yeah, for sure. But you don't hear anything good about the 90s. Like,
you just hear a bunch of fluffer activity.
I wouldn't have lasted back then.
I can't even imagine, like, even being in a more vulnerable place, being a woman.
I was trying to watch She's All That, I think, with Amanda Bynes. And, like, I couldn't watch the movie without, like, being sad every 5 minutes of the movie. Because I'm like, life just got so bleak for you. And, like, she's so, like, vibrant and hilarious and great at what she does. Like, and every 5 minutes I'm just like, oh, but the picture I saw last week. I think she's actually doing better. But, yeah, it's just sad. Yeah. But that's what, you see what I'm saying? The 90s just, like, in early 2000s. It's so...
Yeah, I think it, because it was peak...
There's no social media too, like to kind of like keep people accountable,
grounded.
Like, yeah, see what's going on with like everyone else. So you kind of are like, this is just my norm, I guess. Like no one's talking about it and no one sees anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of dog shit about the internet, but there's a lot of very like beautiful things that keep you grounded and connected and just like, oh, this is a shared experience. And I think also there's more saturation and stuff. So like if you have your eyes open, like there's talent right next door. Now there are so many more competitors in the field and so many different ways to do it. And I think just resources.
Side? What do you mean? I'm not quite sure that it's done. Yes.
What do you need? Like a knife?
Actually, this will work. This is thin enough. Yep. She's not ready. I want it now.
Hey, we're filming. Are you being rude? Fuck out. Your production. Hey, fuck out of here. You don't have to wash them. I'll wash them later.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. It's gonna be so bright.
I'm gonna paint tonight. I didn't take it because you're filming, but
that was so fast. You said inspired.
Why not paint? I can't do that, so I have to do something. Yeah, I hope it looks okay with the cabinets, like, because they're super white.
I'm hoping that we can transition
very
back
subtle.
into interview. It's about me, my project. I overcame my gluten allergy. They can't stop me. They can't stop me. I am the bread man. You've been up since 3. Stop bitching. I'm the Ellen DeGeneres of the music scene. Stop laughing. Boo fucking who? Yeah, it's not a good way to be like, oh, these music isn't the same. I think that's lame as shit.
Be like, ever since they started using those computers.
Yeah.
The whole industry.
I mean, no one's stopping you from becoming an excellent guitarist. And there's still Corey Wongs, there's Tim Henson's, there's all these disgusting guitar players.
Like, there's still pockets for it.
Yeah. If it's a popularity thing that you're concerned about, then do what's popular. But if it's a matter of, hey, I enjoy what I do, and if I find the people that like it, you can have your people. I think about like Meredith from Grey's Anatomy. I have Grey's.
It's like she did like the 9 to 5 of like the business world, and she's like, and that was fine. But at the same time, like it's still an incredible like thing to accomplish.
What are you like thinking people will take away from the project?
I don't think about that too much, to be honest.
So when you make your music, is it like, this is just who I am, what I'm doing, and here you go? You don't think about the aftermath much?
The aftermath. I just want to make music that I feel like is my favorite stuff. I just want it to be good to me and it feel like not something that's fleeting in sound. I always think about something that I can come back to and appreciate at the very least. What do I think people will take away from it?
Boom. Thought-provoking question there.
4 booms for Beki and In The Gulch. I hope that they just take away that it's good music. I don't know if I mind generally how it's taken as much as I just want to keep finding the people that it resonates with. I'm not trying to prove anything with it. So I think, yeah, that's all I want. It's just people to enjoy it and to... Do you mind? I was talking. What do you want to say, Suki? I would have loved to be on The Walking Dead. I loved The Walking Dead. First 4 seasons, 5 seasons, loved it.
I don't know if I've ever gotten into it.
People are pretty purist about it because it's a comic book. I think they caught up and they had to shift the story. I think there's like a lot of rules when adapting comic books, not to end it the same way.
Yeah.
And I like adaptations. Honestly, there are a lot of books that I've liked and I've watched a movie and I like the book more. However, there are books that I like and the movie I like completely differently. They're almost incomparable.
Like you don't think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about Gatsby. Loved.
Yeah, they're not the same.
There's like
the same motifs, but it's the director. Because he did the Elvis movie. Did you watch that movie?
No, I didn't.
In the very beginning, this church scene, because Elvis apparently like was big into black churches, and because he grew up in those areas, and so like they have these people singing in the church, and it was like flashing and panning to like different moments, and then like him, and then this, and then it was like Roaring '20s vibe that was in the Gatsby movie. It was really weird. You have to watch it.
Hey, don't let him fool you though. He was a so that dude.
Yeah, that part was interesting too. Now you have to just watch it so you'll see.
He's like, but hear me out. Elvis had good music.
It's not even Elvis. It's just the movie. Even though, yes, I do still listen to Elvis's music.
What's your favorite song? Do you have one?
Off the project? I'd say Southpaw Tiger Bomb is probably one of the best like songwriting songs I've written ever. That's been a favorite, and it's just a great written song, I think, lyrically and like storytelling wise. I've never really written like that. And Bidet Tears is pretty good. I like that one a lot. It's fun production. I don't think about the music that much. When I'm making it, I'm thinking about it very, very intensely. But then like thinking about it after, it almost is like living a different part of its life cycle. I did the thing. Now my job is to play it and or see how people respond to it and see what they're getting out of it. And it's like diving further into that world based on like the call and response of like listeners, like the Venn diagram of what my truth is and what their truth is, and where that crossover is of what I mean and what I love and what they're taking from it and what they love from it. I kind of spend time in that center of the Venn diagram where it's like, okay, like I see this to be true, and I think these are common themes that I feel throughout various seasons of life. It's a common thread, and I kind of follow that thread a little bit.
I think that's true. Like living in the center of like meeting them halfway, but then also halfway from yourself and like how you felt about it.
Because I feel like that's the common ground. I don't feel like these songs are incredibly vague or even as abstract as I've written previously.
I don't think they're abstract.
Yeah. I think it's kind of where I want to be like artistically, not necessarily like in the sound that it makes or in the sounds or the genre, but just the concept of how I made it and stuff like that. It opens up the plot a bit.
Yeah.
For my future self, and I'm glad. Do y'all mind? Freaking zoo in here, dude.
I'm really into a lot of like divas right now, and just examining Cher's life, I'm just like, I mean, her parents were hands off with her, but it's just weird because I'm like, you know, you were a child And he's like 20 something and she's like in her teens, like early teens, moved in with some guy.
It's wild.
Then gets with, Sunny, and she's like still a child. It's weird. She doesn't really describe it that way. She seems really like resilient, which is one of the things I like about her. She's really cool. But like when she describes these things, I'm like, it sounds like grooming.
Yeah. And Californication is still a great song. Tajani said, people say you can separate the art from the artist, but you can't separate the feeling from the song. I can't listen to anymore. I can't listen to because you connect so much with the spirit of a person and like the feeling of songs and visions.
Well, yeah, because I just said the Amanda Bynes movie, like I was just constantly sad. And it was a hilarious movie, but I just kept like feeling that cloud of like, well, this is what she is or where she is now. Mm-hmm. It's like so sad. So it's hard to like separate, I think, the two. Yeah, it is. Like the reality versus the art. Yeah.
If people are like, I'm going to listen to it, I like it, and I can separate it, good for them. I can't. I have a very hard time separating it.
We don't compartmentalize well.
No. It's something I'm trying to get a lot better at.
Same.
To be able to put things down and understand that my life isn't falling apart when one small thing is not going good or the way I'd like it to. How do you think people will perceive this project? You only listened to it once so far, to be fair. When I showed it to you, I was like, she's so unimpressed by this. But I don't know if you were. I just, by your reaction, I was like, damn, I should have maybe not played it for her.
No, I'm waiting for it to release so I can listen to it in my car. Because whenever you put out Loaf, I think you thought like, same thing with this. Like, he thought like, I didn't really care. I listened to Loaf on repeat. Like, I would let it just play every time I got in my car. It was like maybe for a straight month. That's how I listen to music. Like, I get obsessed and then I just play that and that's all I listen to. And so I probably will do something similar with this one.
I just never expect my friends to like my stuff because when I started, my friends would roast my shit forever.
No, I understand. Your friend is your friend. They're not a fan or someone, a consumer. So then it's like, you don't expect them to like, or have an expectation that they should like your music and like listen to it and all that. So you shouldn't go into it with that. But it's nice when they do. It
is nice. I think that surprised me when we were on tour. I think Tajani played one of my songs and I was like, kind of like, we don't have to do this right now. Like, not that I hate it. It's just like, I don't want people to feel like they need to project any type of reaction. And then all of y'all were singing the lyrics. And I was like, that's really insane. I didn't expect that feeling to feel that way. I know I make good stuff, but for your friends to like it, it's not an expectation. So when they do, it's just a bonus. Now let's list all of our friends' music that sucks. Go. Number 1.
I've been asked that.
Wait, what have you been asked?
I don't remember who I was talking to, but it was like people that you like, that you're like, just like okay with. And I was just like, I mean, I don't really...
What do they want us to say to that? I don't have to like their music. We can still be... That shit is lame. We do need more music beefs.
Maybe that's what we need.
What about your project? Is it like unfolding the way that you're hoping it will? Like as you're getting all the like... The final pieces together? Yeah. It's fallen together in a way that was way better than I ever expected it to. I think just timeliness, unfortunately, I can't get it out as fast as I want. Maybe I'll crash out next project. I'm just so like, man, I don't want to put other people in a bind. I still have other responsibilities. I think the only thing that's not working out the way I wanted to was how fast I could get this out. That's a good one to be the like struggle of what you're doing. Yeah. Could be the content. That would be the worst. That's how it started. And then I was just like, you know what? I'll just do what I like. Like, I love this. I think conversation is my favorite type of expression aside from making music and like conceptualizing these songs and sounds. Whether that's like comedians podcasting or like specialists talking about being a paleontologist or I don't know. What's a bird specialist called? I listen to one of those. An ornithologist? Ornithology? Can we get someone confirming that in the chat? Thanks. How did you get that for bird specialist?
This is questionable work.
What do you mean? You want to cut it open?
I do.
Let's do it. We're going to perform surgery.
I feel like the middle is just not going to be it. Do you have like a plate?
Let's get this bread knife, huh? Everyone's going to be like, oh my God, Beki's so Beki loaf. Beki's so bread coated. Everything's about bread for Beki.
Actually, yeah.
No,
What is it?
obsession.
Your obsession with bread? Do you have a pan holder or like a pot holder? Can you? You can't lift it because it's hot.
Those gloves might not be the cleanest, by the way. These are my fluffing gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not sticking though.
Something's caught, but I want to flip it.
Yeah. I'm shaking. So nervous.
You're so nervous.
No, it was the cocaine. Have you done cocaine?
I have not.
I haven't either.
Anytime I've been offered, I'm like, because my nose is bad. Like I'll have nosebleeds just every day. So why subject myself to that?
A little bit of stick. Not bad though. It's beautiful. She ain't perfect, but she's our girl.
There.
Hey, yo. Should we cut it in half and see?
No, that's diabolical. Cut it's like a slice off or something.
Oh, yeah. There we go. It's very moist. I think it's... Do we need to put it back in? Damn. Ew. How is it?
The flavor's really good.
That's all that matters. What are we on the Great British Baking Show? What am I snogging all over this? I can't say that word. I think timeliness was just the only thing. I think everything else has been great when it comes to how fast I could push this out. Sure, it's not as fast as I want, but I wouldn't tell an artist to not put that out just because it's like not you anymore. It's a snapshot. It's a scrapbook. You don't know who is at a similar stage, even if you're not on that anymore. But somebody could hear that. And so I would say, no matter what, see it through. You don't know who it could speak to. Fuck the whole outlook of
timelines and
like most people can't put stuff out at a high quality level and have all the resources and output and stuff that people need now.
Yeah.
At that rate. So yeah, you should just do it.
I definitely would like put it in there.
The flavor is crazy. This ain't about you. Well, maybe the butter would make a difference, but I honestly can't tell. Devin, you want to try it? You mind if I bring this to you? Here, I'll feed it to you.
Oh, really?
Like, no, I'd never bake, really.
Well, pretty good, huh? Weekend Lady and the Tramp, a piece. Oh, we didn't have baking soda.
Baking soda. That actually could be it could be that.
Take it and we have a piece of it and we just shake each other's hands.
Or if we just like eat it.
That's true.
No.
Okay.
No to both.
You know what they say about banana bread?
I don't.
I don't either. I was asking if you knew.
Oh.
Well, I think we did an excellent job.
Oh, yeah.
The result may have not been exactly what we wanted, but what matters is the journey with friends. And that's what it's all about, baby. Nothing else. Have a good time. Don't stress the little things. Unless the little things are going to come back to haunt you, then you should stress those a lot.
The one piece of advice that my dad has given me that I like use every day is just like, if you just wait, it'll never happen. Or if you're, waiting for the right moment or the right resources, the right person, it's just like kind of just put it out as it is and move forward with it. I feel like either way it's special and like someone's going to relate and it needs to be heard. But it's just so hard because it's like you have this vision and like these timelines that you're trying to meet, and it just do away with it. Yeah. And just do it.
I think there's ways you can challenge and grow with yourself, but there's always room to compromise to make sure it comes out.
Right. Don't put it out if it's like shit,
Yeah,
like,
there's a
take
balance.
the steps to, get it where it needs to be, but the balance part of it.
Baking with Beki.
Baking with Beki. Baking with... Thanks for coming to interview.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Very fun time. Name 10 facts. I just doxed myself. Name 3 Beki facts right now.
I learned that you haven't really baked. I've learned that you know a lot of weird sayings from Urban Dictionary.
What was your favorite of the Urban Dictionary terminology?
Cleveland steamer? Cleveland.
Say it into the camera.
Cleveland steamer. Is that it? And I learned that some of us are for clacking and some of us are for fluffing.
All right. Cut everything. We're scrapping it all. Cool. Yay, team.